Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And welcome back if you I'm Shanika, and today I'm going to be talking about Brazilian waxing. So like, what's the difference between waxing, what's the difference between shaving and naring, and how you can benefit from it. Just to let you guys know, I am working right now as a professional body waxer, and I have been doing so for well over 3 years. So you can imagine the amount of Brazilians I've done and the experience, and not even just Brazilians, but just waxing, the entire body in general. Like, I have a lot of experience with it. So I'm not saying that I'm like, the best and the most knowledgeable and the. This is all from my experience where I work dealing with my particular wax that I wax with. And this is just me giving you guys knowledge from what I know. So I don't want anybody to be like, well, I'm a waxer too, and this and that, and I sugar and I laser, and it's better. And because I get that all day long at work too. So it's like, I'm just telling you what my personal experiences as a waxer have been, and what I expect my guests to do when they come to see me. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. Okay, so first things first about Brazilian waxing, and this is all going to be, right now I'm going to be speaking from a first timer experience. So a first timer is someone who has never been waxed before. So you've come in, you're used to 9 times out of 10, if you've never waxed before, you shave or you nair. And you decided that you wanted to get a wax because like this is something that's super trendy now, like everybody's doing it, and you want to know what the hype is about. 9 times out of 10, you're so nervous. You think that it's going to be like the worst pain in the world. You think that like, you're going to get burned, or you've had a bad experience, and you're scared to relive it again. So if you come to me, like I will say that every experience with each waxer is going to be different. You have some really warm, welcoming waxers. You have some waxers who really don't like to talk, who just like to do the job. And then you have some waxers who just aren't that great, who have not really, they may be just starting out, and they have not learned the skill and the technique to do a well, effective, and not painless. And this is what I always tell people when they come see me: you will never go through a painless wax. And I know a lot of people at the end of the wax with me, they always like, oh my God, that was so painless. And I'm like, it probably wasn't painless, but it probably hurt a lot less. And this is going to be why, and I'm going to explain. So like I was saying about the first time, the first time you come to get waxed, it doesn't have to be like super duper long and drawn out. But I always say that it does need to be a good length so that the wax can catch it fully. You know what I mean? So the wax can actually grip it out the root, and you actually see that white hair follicle on the wax. If you don't see the white hair follicle, if it's your first time, because sometimes like you don't really, the hair follicle is not as visible. The more you wax, it becomes less and less thick and less visible. But the first time, like, this is how I'm checking to see if the hair is coming directly from the root. I always look at my wax and I say, oh, if I can see like a lot of her hair follicles on the wax, I'm like, okay, so this is the good wax. This means that the hair has been completely lifted from the skin and it won't grow back fast. Okay, so this is why we say it needs to be where I work at. I do work for a reputable company that a lot of people might already know about. They have like rules and stuff, so I don't want to like say their name. But I do work for a company that a lot of people probably know about. And we say that it has to be the length of rice. You know what I mean? Which is not super long and it's not super short, but all in all, me as a waxer, let it grow out a full 2 weeks. You might try to finesse the situation and come, before the 2 weeks is up. It might come up. It might look like it's up, when you leave, but it's going to eventually grow back sooner. It's going to grow back sooner because it wasn't completely lifted from the root. If you let it grow out long enough, it'll lift completely from the root, and it won't grow back as fast. So that's super important. You definitely want to make sure that you let your hair grow out for 2 weeks before you get your wax. And that's the only real rule if this is your first time. Like before you come, also you want to make sure that you are exfoliating the skin. Some people say like like to come like right after a shower because their pores are open. Now we'll say your hair comes up a lot easier when your pores are open. So like if you want to take a nice shower before, it won't be as ouchy. So those are like little things, like little tips that you can do before your wax to make it a little less painful. But please guys, keep in mind this is a wax. We are ripping hair from the skin. So it's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? It's never gonna be a time where you come and it's gonna be painless. But it will, there's some things that you can do in between to help it not be as painful. So like I said, you want to do those things. And just mentally, honestly, this is what I've learned as a waxer, dealing with people who want to get waxed. You have to mentally prepare yourself. That's the biggest advice I can give you from anything, like out of anything. Like I can say, breathe and do that, but mentally be ready to get a wax. Don't come in here and say, oh, my friend told me it didn't hurt, so I'm not expecting no pain. Please, because it's going to be worse for you, because you're going to be terrified. If you mentally prepare yourself, if you watch these type of videos that are like encouraging, not videos that's steering you away from it, because again, it's really not terrible and it's not painless. I always tell my guests, if you can get a tattoo, if you can get a piercing, and the biggest thing of all, if you can push out a baby, you should be able to handle it, because it is painful, but it goes away within 3 seconds. And if you have a waxer who is, applying the right amount of pressure and things like that, it's really not that bad. So the best advice I can give you before a wax that you need to do is just mentally prepare yourself. Mentally, say, I want to get through this. This is honestly, and it may seem cheesy and it may seem weird, but this is not any different than anything else that is that you're fearful of in life. Like, you have to mentally be ready to deal with the hair being ripped from your skin. You have to mentally be ready to breathe in and out and relax and just let your wax, trust your waxer, and let the waxer do their job. You know what I mean? Because if you come in and you're frantic and you don't want to give control to the professional, it's going to be a bad experience. In most places, and more particularly where I work, we only get a allowed amount of time to wax you, depending on your level and where you're working at and stuff like that. So you kind of want to just let your waxer do their thing. And if they're experienced and they're seasoned and they've been doing it for a long time, even if they haven't been doing it for a long time, waxing is a skill that you kind of pick up fast. You learn different things along the way, but it's a skill that most people who are doing it, most people, where I work at, most people know what they're doing. And if you just allow the waxer to do their job, talk, through your wax. Don't think about it too much. Breathe through your wax. If you can't talk for the first time, breathe through your wax. I always, tell my guests to breathe. I give them a 1, 2, 3 count. I let them know, ahead of time before I'm going to pull. If you need that attention specifically, just ask your waxer to do that. But none of that is going to work if you in your head thinking, oh my God, it's going to hurt. Oh my God, it's going to hurt. Oh my God, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Yes, it's going to hurt. But it's not going to be that bad. It's 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. It's less than or 15 minutes or less for a wax. It's really not that long. So, and that's for first timers. And that's the biggest advice I can give for that. And if you are someone, and this is what I also explain to my friends, waxing is a lifestyle. So it's not, and it's not that it's not, it shouldn't be something that you decide that you want to do once a year. You know what I mean? If you want to see real results. Now, I can't tell you what to do with your money, because that's your money. It ain't my money, and I don't know what's in your pockets. But I always encourage my guests, if you can't afford, because we normally recommend that you come once every 4 weeks for a wax. Some people can't come that soon because their hair doesn't grow back that fast. So some people have to do every 5 to 6, but on average, some waxers recommend 3 to 4. I always recommend 4 to 6 weeks for a wax. And a lot of people, they think, oh my, it's too expensive. I can't, afford it. And so this is where I come in and I'm like, okay, is this something that you really want to do? Like, is this something that do you feel like the wax is better than the razor or the mirror? And most of the time, a lot of women are saying yes, because this is not something that we learned when we were growing up. I mean, me personally, and a lot of women, a lot of my peers didn't know how damaging the waxing in the mirror has been to our skin, and it has been so damaging. And we didn't even realize it until this waxing became a trend. Like, I didn't even realize it until I started working where I work. Luckily for me, like, I wasn't really a shaver or a mirror, because I wasn't really like that. Unfortunately, I was a little girl who really didn't mind hair. I would maybe like trim it with the scissors and stuff, but I wasn't someone who would like have to be bald. But these little girls, now they have to be bald all the time. And if they don't have money, they can't afford to wax, they're shaving, they're mirroring. And so when they come in, I'm talking about little young, like not young, but like 21, 18, 21, coming in, their vaginas are really bruised and scarred. And that's just like the evidence of waxing, the evidence of shaving and mirroring just not being a healthy alternative for your skin. So I always say that if this is something that you feel like is, you're gaining, something from it, and you like the results of it, and you can't do 4 weeks, at least try to push for 6. Let's set up something where we're just booking you out every 6 weeks. You know what I mean? And then where I work at, we have things that kind of help slow down your growth. It doesn't stop the hair from growing, but it kind of like prolongs your wax and slow down your growth. And there's things that you can do to, like I said, prolong your wax. But it's better than you coming in, 1 week for a wax, and you come back, and you couldn't afford the wax, so you shaved, and then you coming back 3 months later for a wax. Because if you do that, and every time you do that, it's going to feel like the first time every single time. And this is where my quote comes in, that waxing is literally a lifestyle. It's not a phase. It's not something that you do once and you can expect amazing results from. You know what I mean? You might wax once and the hair might be all going. But once the hair comes back and you shave it and you come back to get a wax, you're going to be starting back from square one. The objective of waxing you should never be in a wax room screaming bloody murder every single time you get waxed. It should not hurt that bad every single time. It should get easier. It's never going to be painless. It's never going to be painless. I want to repeat that. It's never going to be painless, but it gets easier the more you do it. So just keep ripping the hair out over and over. Every 4 to 6 weeks, the hair gets thinner. This is a known fact. The more you wax, the thinner the hair gets. The hair doesn't even look the same when it grows back. My underarms, if you go looked on my channel, sorry, I do have a glass of wine. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. So I'll take a sip. But if you look on my page, there's a video of me waxing my underarms. And I was kind of reluctant to put that video up because I was like, it doesn't even look like I have hair. But there's hair. My hair grows. Like, it definitely grows. But because I have been waxing my underarms so frequently and so much, my hair is so thin that you can't even see it really. Like, so I'm not one of them fortunate people who can, like, go without waxing for months and you still won't really see it because it gets lighter and it gets thinner the more you rip it out. So there's benefits to it. I always tell my guests, give your wax technician at least 4 waxes, okay? Give them 4 waxes, because if you give them 4 waxes, you'll start to see, over and over the difference in the hair growth and how the hair goes in lighter and thinner. But you got to be consistent. So consistency is the key, just like anything else. Waxing does help to prevent ingrowns, and it does help to eventually lighten the skin over a period of time, but none of that happens overnight either. You gotta be consistent. And it doesn't stop ingrowns. So I know a lot of people think that it's gonna completely stop the ingrowns. It's not gonna completely stop it. You can still get ingrowns from waxing. And I'm gonna tell you how. If you come to me and you've been coming to me for 4 months, 5 months, I wax the same way every single time. Most waxers wax the same way every single time, unless there's a visible way that your hair is growing and you can see it, then you probably are, you wax the way that the hair is growing, and there's technicalities to it, but ultimately, me personally, I wax everybody the same way. Okay? So the hair is growing that way. The way that I wax it, the way that I'm pulling it, the hair is coming out that same way. The hair is growing the same way that it comes out. So if you've been coming to me for 4 to 5 months and I've been waxing you the same way, and you go to someone else, Kelly or whoever, and she waxes you a different way, the hair may break, it may not come up directly from the root, and so you may get ingrowns. So it's not necessarily that you got a bad wax. It's not necessarily that you were allergic to the waxing. It sometimes can just be technique. So that's why I say waxing doesn't 100% prevent ingrowns. Some people are prone to them. Some people get them. If your underwear or your pants or whatever too tight on a day where your hair decides that it wants to grow, and you got all this, clothing or cloth blocking your hair growth, yeah, your hair might not, you might get ingrowns. So those are things that you want to really take into consideration. I personally don't wear underwear if no wax, and I don't wear underwear to sleep. So, I don't know, take that tip, because like I said, the constant rubbing against your panty line area, if you tend to get them like a whole lot, it's like in your panty line area, that could be why maybe your underwear may be too tight. Yeah, like I said, waxing is not the worst pain in the world, but it's not easy. Everybody's pain tolerance is different. I have some women who can completely sit through a wax and talk to me like, ain't nothing going on, won't flinch, won't budge. And I have some people who actually can't talk during the wax. They need calm, quiet, they need to breathe, they need you to talk them through it. And that's where patience is a waxer. That's where patience has to come in. Because it's literally like you have to kind of like walk people through the entire process. And then some people, who have been doing it for years and years on out, you don't have to do that. So I want to just encourage everybody who is thinking about waxing and who wants to do it, but is too scared. Get off YouTube. Don't be looking at these YouTube videos of these people getting waxes and you like, oh my God, I'm not doing it. Don't let that discourage you. Go to a good place. Go online. Look at the reviews. Find the waxer that you choose. See how they wax. See the rapport, their rapport with other guests, and just go ahead and book your appointment. Just do it. If you've been thinking about it, this is something that I feel like every woman should try at least once, because it will change your life. It will change your life. Like you won't get the scarring. You won't get the if it's done right. I have to put that disclaimer in. I have to say, if it's done right, it will change your life. I have women who have been coming as long as I've been working in my job. Like I said, well over 3 years, I have been having the same clientele, some of the same clientele for well over 3 years. And this, like, a lot of people do it. So although it's painful, people still do it. Why do people still do it although it's painful? Because it's worth it. So if you've been thinking about doing it, don't let fear discourage you. Make sure you, just scope out the place, look for, the right technician, someone who's going to make you feel comfortable, and just do it. Because you don't understand how many hugs, how many gifts, cards, big tips that I've gotten just from, giving somebody an experience that they thought they would never be able to do. Like, and I never even knew that so many people were so afraid. Like, so many people are so afraid of getting waxed. And I'm just like, I get it, because it sounds scary, but it's really not, and it will change your life, and you'll be so happy you did it. So, couple tips I want to give as a waxer. before you go in for your appointment. One, make sure it's long enough. Um, you know, I say give it a full 2 weeks of hair growth. So if you just shaved a week ago and you go in to get a wax, don't do it. It's going to hurt more. You're going to have to go through more strips. The hair is not going to come right up instantly. So just don't go. Wait the extra week and then go. So rule number one, make sure the hair is fully grown out. Okay. Rule number two, if you know that you know 2 weeks prior that you know you're about to get a wax, start prepping your skin. Start exfoliating, start moisturizing, start keeping your skin, getting your skin in a good regimen. We grow skin cells pretty often. So if you got all that dead skin trapped in that hair, it's not going to come up during your wax. So make sure that you get into the habit of exfoliating before you get it. You want to do that like 2 to 3 times a week. And everything else, your technician will get into it with you. So I'm not going to get, too in depth, on what to do after and all of that other kind of stuff. But the last and final and the most important tip that I want to give you about getting a Brazilian is please just prepare yourself mentally for your wax. Prepare yourself mentally for your wax. Let your wax technician know, this is my first time, I'm nervous. Everybody's nervous. That's going to give her a clear indication that, you're a little nervous, that she may give you a little extra comfort. I try to be comforting to all my guests. But, some people just don't need it. You know what I mean? Some people have been doing it for so long and they don't need it. But it's mainly the fear of not knowing that trips people out. And what I tell people before they, like when they lay on the bed, I say, listen, get out your head and breathe. Because mentally, if you're not prepared to get the hair ripped from your vagina, like there's women who scream bloody murder before I even rip the strip off. And I'm like, you're in your head too much. I didn't even touch you yet. I just applied the wax and you're yelling. You know what I mean? Like, you have to relax. Mentally prepare yourself. Because 10 times out of 10, the people who come in and they're like so terrified of a wax, they leave the happiest person on the planet, and they always say, I'm so glad I did this. It was painful or it wasn't that bad. It was worth it. I'm so glad I did it. Oh my God, I finally did it. I can't believe I did it. No matter what age you are, no matter, well, not no matter what age. I mean, preferably be of age, to be going to a stranger, be of age. But I feel like it's something that every woman should experience. I feel like it's something that, you have to go through on your own. Like, I feel like you can't have your girlfriend say, come on, girl, come, and you're reluctant. Because that has happened as well. I'm like, okay, I always ask first time guests, well, what made you come in? Oh, I didn't really want to do it. My girlfriend did it. You're going to hate it. You have to want it because it's pain. So you have to have some type of, there has to be some type of light at the end of the tunnel, So, yeah, guys, just mentally prepare for it. Just go for it, ladies. I promise you, it's literally one of the best decisions that you can ever make in your life. It is not painless. It hurts. Okay, I don't want to sit here and lie to you and tell you that it doesn't hurt, but you can get through. We bleed once a month, and we go through cramping once a month. You can go through 3 seconds of each strip, staying in for 3 seconds, and then moving on. You can go through it, especially if you have a great waxer and someone who talks you through it. You'll be fine. Okay, and you will not regret it. And so after you got your Brazilian, and if you made it this far, girl, let me know because I want to show you some love, okay? But after you get your first Brazilian and you make it through, let us know how it was at the end. Like, comment down below and let me know how was your experience, and maybe I can give you some personal tips on how you can make it better. But yeah, so thank you guys so much if you made it this far. Like I said, go ahead, girl, get your wax. Don't let nothing discourage you, and get off YouTube. Don't be on YouTube looking at these videos of people like having like bad experiences, because that's what's scary you. Watch encouraging videos. Do your research, prep, look up your waxer. Look at wherever you're going. Look at the reviews. if you have a particular waxer who has like good reviews about them, 9 times out of 10 it's a good waxer. Okay, this is somebody who's going to make you feel comfortable. This is somebody who you go to for the first time and enjoy your experience. So, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube channel, and that's all I have for you guys about Brazilian waxing. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Yeah, thanks guys. Good night.